So hello folks, good morning, welcome to LMTV live from the grounds of the Capitol building, where thousands of Liberians are converging here today in protest against the issue of drugs in Liberia. And one key person who is leading this charge is the Second Lady of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Celestine Stephanie Duncan, and she's here. She's the wife of the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, and we are hoping to engage a few, but you have this is that you have people from all walks of life forming part of this all important protest here. The grounds of the Capitol building is all black. So let's see if we can engage the view of the Second Lady of the Republic of Liberia. But since we're going to do it from another side, so on January 29, 2024, during his first State of the Nation address, President as a dangerous mix of cannabis, chemicals, and medicine as a public health emergency and a national security threat. To tackle the crisis, he announced the creation of a multi-sectorial steering committee chaired by the Ministry of Health and including the Ministries of Justice, Youth and Sports, Gender, Children, and Social Protection, Finance, and Drugs, the first agency, the FDA. So, a way to lead by example, President Boyka and Vice President Jeremiah Kwankun pledged to be participate, and on February 8, 2024, President Boyka, along with so wherever you are, this is see different banners here, and predominantly, if you were to do it, so this is exactly the scene of things here from the grounds of the Capitol building, where the Second Lady of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Celestine Stephanie Duncan, and family are joining this campaign. So yes, we are going to be bringing you an exclusive. Now, today is June 7, August 7, that is 2025, and you have Liberians protest against the issue of drugs in Liberia, and it's on the increase. Like we told you, President Boyka and the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia were two prominent officials of government who initiated a fight against drugs and substance abuse in Liberia. And this is happening at a time where women in their dominance and men are coming together So we are going to be here and we will speak to folks here. But one person, let me talk to you quickly. Baby, I beg you, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you shortly. Listen, today people wearing black, they're talking about drugs being in the country. Now see you wearing white. Why?
No, the owner. Me say we wear white.
Let's turn this out. Let's turn this out.
Yeah. To get the drugs from the poor ghetto them because at the ghetto they can sell the drugs. We here to if we enter in you here ghetto, you see me under the rear and I wear I honor the rear for that nonsense in the country.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you were baby.
So your son come here.
Yeah, all let the poor go.
Hello, thanks once again for joining us live from the grounds of the Capitol building here in central Monrovia. Today is August 7, 2025, and it's a heavy downpour being experienced here in central Monrovia. Well, as you may be aware, the issue of drugs in Liberia is becoming an alarming situation. So on January 29, 2024, during his first State of the Nation address, President Joseph Boaika declared drugs and sustained abuse, particularly the use of kush, a dangerous mix of cannabis, chemicals, and medicines, as a public health emergency and national security threat. So to tackle the crisis, he announced the creation of a multi-sectorial steering committee chaired by the Ministry of Health and including the Ministry of Justice, Youth and Sports, Gender, Children, Social Protection. President Boaika and Vice President Jeremiah Pankun pledged to be the first government officials to take their just test, urging all other officials of government to also participate in the process. So, illicit substances. So, there has been numerous calls from all sectors of the divide to tackle the issue of illicit drugs in the country, as many youths in the country are being wiped away with drugs intake in Liberia on a huge scale, owing to the fact that the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency every day will confiscate drugs across the country in the Leeward counties and even in Monrovia. And one case was with the famous Nigerian drug dealer from around the Jamaica Road area, and he was tried and sent to jail. That's original Japan, as is called by some folks. So here today, Liberian dressed in dominant black with instruction, say no to drugs. I honor this heavy downpour, and some women are also in white, different banners. They are also here. So we will be engaging the views of some of the different groups that have converged here on the grounds of the Capitol building. And as a way of let's see. Let's try to move our camera around, and then after which we will start to engage the views of some Liberians. But if you were to come here today, the women are in their dominance, and the youth, who are also considered as the direct victim of drug abuse, are also forming part of today's protest. So wherever you are, however you are following this broadcast, this is a live broadcast coming to you from the grounds of the Capitol building in Monrovia. My name is Ayesin Hiba. I'm here with my colleague Aaron Chalu. Masiami Kone is also here as well. Initially, when we arrived here, there was a very terrible internet connectivity we experienced here, and after which we are making all efforts in making sure that we bring you a better coverage, as the folks here will actually petition the lawmakers on the issue of drugs and substance abuse in Liberia. So if you want to pin your camera fire, there you see folks who are somewhere around the ages of 13, 14, 15, 16, and they are having their side of the story. And like we said, there are various groupings here on different banners, and initially we saw the arrival of the Second Lady of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Celestine Stephanie Duncan Kuhn, who arrived here, and she had to disembark her vehicle from around the premises of the University of Liberia, and she marched all the way in with her children, who are also wearing the shirt "Say No to Drugs." So later on during this broadcast, we will talk to the Second Lady of the Republic of Liberia. But let's now start engaging the views of some of the women here who have come to grace this all-important occasion. Firstly, beginning with. So we will engage the view of some of them here. And this is LMTV. I want to say welcome to LMTV. What's your name?
I'm Joy Walker.
Today is Say No to Drugs, and this is something championed by the president when he took over January 24, 2024. He championed the cause of getting rid of the issue of drugs and eradicating drugs, owing to the fact that he went a drug tax along with the vice president of the Republic of Liberia. But if you look here today, predominantly
this is it. Our people need to listen to us today. We won't stop. It's not because we outside. We are coming to the very community. This is just the beginning. We are coming to the community. We're not just staying in a ring for sports. We are losing today. We losing children. We losing generations. Me and work with children. All it means we are afraid for the children to leave the house. We are afraid for the children to eat outside. It's not easy on Liberian mothers. So we crying to President Brecker today that he should hear our cry. There's drugs. We need to get rid of it. And definitely in Jesus' name, it will have to work.
Thank you very much. Let's get you of another mother who is here. What's your name?
My name is Patience K. Anthony.
You see here today under the ring is raining, and you have predominantly women, children, and men here against the issue of drugs in Liberia. What do you make of this?
Yeah, there's an important move for us with the mothers, right? For me, I'm a direct victim of the drugs, right? I can tell people I live with my brother from infant time up to the time I saw him getting in the street at age 17. So imagine a child stay in the street at age 17. show you a video in my phone. He just died last year. And a woman turned a day there and I lose bad influence in school. They in good schools. But when they go there, their friends influence. They make them off balance. So we are on the ring. And this is not the end. We're going in the community. The next time Joseph Boaka will see us, he will see me barefooted. Joseph Boaka will see me in my dirty lapa. Joseph Boaka will see my hair scattered on my head. I will counsel a crazy woman. If possible, that is why you see us outside. That is why we are crying. That is why we honor this ring with our blood, with everything within us. And we're telling them that this is just the beginning of the fight. We will fight it to the end.
Thank you very much.
The equation is no longer balanced. This tells us that every home, every corner in this Republic of Liberia, we are all victims of drugs. It's either going to be your wife, it's either going to be your husband. They are still being involved because everywhere in the society we are unprotected. Yes. We are vulnerable to the substance abuse that is happening within this country. And I think every Liberian, whether you are working, there's a lot of good things that were written. But again, I've tried to reassure myself that Liberia as a nation, this nation has many good laws that are written in the books. Liberia, the laws that we have here, not many countries around Africa have the policy we have this law. We are crying on you to ensure that there must be a robust action. What we want to see now is we want the president to commend the AFL.
You think it's time to have
we want the joint security because you cannot tell me drugs is a national emergency and you cannot have the workforce of the joint security to come and fight this.
Well, you set up a task force comprising of the DA, the Ministry of Health, and
that has been set up. We are still for close to 1 year. Things are not setting us right. What we want to see now is we want to see the joint security on the streets. When we are standing here, we want to see the AFL with guns in their hands. We want to see the ERU patrolling every community 24/7 and doing rigorous inspections into all of these places. If the AFL gets involved, if the immigration gets involved, if the LDA gets involved, ERU, BSU, if all these security come together to fight this, we will see changes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, folks, we have a lot of people to speak to here, but it's raining here, and you still have Liberians who are under the rain campaigning against the issue of illicit drugs in the country, and predominantly they are women. And if you see here, you see Claratown community say no to drugs. So let's see if we can engage a few So yeah, I see Claratown say no to drugs, and these are all young men who are championing the fight against drugs abuse. Welcome to LNTV. What's your name?
Ansu Abdullahi Bayo, representing Claratown community, and we decided to come in our mass number from Claratown community due to the drugs issues affecting our community. We from the small community, we are being affected by drugs, and we observe drugs has been the dear substance that has eaten the fabric of our society. So few months back, we saw some of our colleagues who every one of us was in school together. Some of them have been dangling in the community with drug substance, and some of them, when you see them in the community, you shed tears to see your colleagues who all of you were in school together at this time in ghetto smoking his whole body dreamed down a very like kind of way. And as a young man coming up, despite if you now observe someone from your family taking drugs, and you see other people from different families taking drugs, and drugs has caused a lot of harm to them good. So we decided to come here out number to come out and appeal to the national government to create means in fighting drugs. But with this, we will appeal to the national government to not only depend on the DA Your DA is not fighting just honestly. The DA will arrest people today within less than 24 hours. You see DA, that same person who arrested in the same community. And how you be raise a blower to fight drugs if you see someone have been arrested by drugs coming by in the community? Your safety, you have to look at your safety too. So we want for the national government to use the airfield. Since DA cannot fight drugs, I will use the airfield to fight drugs.
The drugs enforcement agency was enacted by law to fight drugs. So why now you want the airfield to come and do the work of the LDA?
Because we haven't seen any good things coming from that. So I think when the airfield come out to fight drugs, I think we will see something good. Because now all of the security sectors in Liberia, there are only one security sector that bring people respect and that bring people can be afraid of, which is the airfield. So I think if we try the airfield, we will see results. But trying DA have used drugs to pay their house rent.
That's allegation now. You don't have proof to that.
No, it's not an allegation.
What's the proof?
We have seen people.
But you can't prove it here now, so I want you to take it as an allegation.
Okay, it's an allegation. For the benefit of the conversation, we will say it's an allegation. But we are seeing people from our community. Few months back, we were to the DA office. We saw people giving money to DA officer. That is not they say. The DA officers are into the community. Their DA officers are receiving money from people for their just leader. And even within our community, the third Dostero, I used to be players that we used to play forward when we were coming up. Now I've been or
school student against drugs. Say no to drugs. Let's engage a view. Welcome to LNTV, sir.
How you doing?
What's your name?
I'm Aaron Dogbe.
What group specifically are you representing here today?
I'm representing Liberia Renewal Ministry Shepherd School.
So this is exactly what is happening here. Thursday in Monrovia from the grounds of the Capitol building, where women, men, children, people are in their dominance here. So I see this is gentle clearing and forwarding, and you have because logistics services. It's break the chain. Let's see if we can get a view of the hair of this group. You want to tell us your name and your position, Mike? Your name and your status.
My name is Andrew N. Advocacy. I'm the CEO of the True Company.
Why are you forming part of today's campaign against the issue of drugs?
Well, I'm part of this because everybody need to hear our cry. You see my daughter, I have kids, I have nieces, I have nephews. So this is not one man problem, it's everyone our problem. So we into this to the fullest.
You have the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency that it starts with the constitutional responsibility to fight drugs. So if I see you come here out today, it may paint a different picture to me that the issue of drugs is a bit, or a kind of bit alarming in the country.
Yes, it's very serious. It is. It's very serious. Only thing I can say, we all pray that the government will look in that direction to increase more cash for the DEA. There's a lot of mechanisms need to be in place. First of all, DEA even have a very good office. You don't even have scanner. So how can we fight drugs? So there are a lot of things government need to put in place. We travel a lot, and we have seen all the mechanisms that are in place when it comes to drugs. We can even drug out drugs at the airport. That when we arrive, the drugs go through all the suitcases. If drugs in that suitcase, the drug will attach to it. It will identify that suitcase.
There are who believe that the issue of testing should be done in schools
because the effect and this effect.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome.
So folks, stay here and making our way and talking here. I see a lady here who is crying.
They will try the government to sell up people. Ghettos to break it down. Those are Liberians. They send the oil in the source. All their businesses, various shops. The oil in the shop. People selling potato, they selling drugs. They selling drugs all around this country. Nation officially destroying all our young children. Let the government sell up people to break the very ghetto them down.
Thank you very much. So folks, so as part of the many groups here today, this is one of the many groups that are converging here on the grounds of the capital. Say no to drugs. So let's see if we can speak to the executive director. What's your name? Welcome to LNTV.
Thank you, LNTV. My name is Hannah DC, executive director.
So today you are here forming part of today's campaign against drugs. Tell us, how alarming is the issue of drugs?
Well, transplantation, we say no to drugs. We want us to work together in making sure drugs is gone from our country.
What are you engaging to? Say yes for Girls Education Foundation.
We are engaged into girls education. We are engaged into conservation. We are also engaged into equality and gender balance.
At first it was only the guys who were going to drugs, but now you see girls are also forming part of it.
Yeah, this is why we come together and establish this foundation, because most of our sisters are in the ghetto. If you go to there, you will see people that you used to know and used to see, classmates, neighbor, even our cousins, brothers and sisters, they are in the ghetto and girls are part of them. So we are here to talk to all females, including our mothers and fathers, to help us.
What do you want as a group? What do you want against the fight against drugs? What's your recommendation?
We want a free country where no drugs is allowed.
Do you think it's possible?
We think it's possible with the help of the government and the help of us. We live in a community. If you see people selling drugs, blow alarm, right? Because you get whole Soko only that will smoke the drugs, but the people that are selling it, we want them to stop in our country. It's so sad to know that some big people also selling drugs. We want them to stop too. We want our country to be a drug-free country.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So folks, this is a very alarming situation. And I see District Number 3 United Against Drugs, and they are under the banner. So, welcome to LNTV.
Thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Ernest Tukuchala. I'm a candidate for President, Federation of Liberian Youth.
That's a free advertisement on this protest day. We are not talking about.
No, but you asked me to introduce myself. Come here.
I did not ask for your portfolio, Chief. I'm just kidding.
We are out here today because we think Liberia is facing a drug abuse emergency. Young people are dying. Drug abuse has become a national emergency, and there has to be action. We've complained on social media, we've complained on the radio, but there has not been any serious action toward addressing the drug crisis in the country. So we're out here to raise awareness on the enormity of the crisis. But we're also asking government to take strong action, increase funding for the DEA, but also people who are enabling the drug abuse in the country, people who bring drugs to this country, has to be tried. There has to be public trial for people who are enabling drug crimes in the country. They have to be tried and set an example of.
Since in fact you are a candidate for the Federation of Liberia Youth, you, if elected, you're going to have a mountainous task ahead, because majority of the people you see in the drugs are all youth.
Of course, the young people, let me tell you, young people in Sony and West Point cannot import drugs. They are the victims, and we have to acknowledge that in the first place. The problem with the drug crisis in Liberia is that DA is underfunded. It's radically underfunded.
Do you think so?
I do think so. So as president of FLY, one of the things we advocate for is an increased funding to the Drug Enforcement Agency. But we'll also call on the government to set an example of people who bring drugs in Liberia. People who bring drugs has to be prosecuted in a public trial and set an example of, because anything less than that, the crisis will continue. So we're out here today for two things: to raise awareness and let government know that this crisis is killing us, this crisis is ruining our generation, and they have to take action.
But there are people who are already being prosecuted. Example is the issue of original Japan, a Nigerian national from around the Jamaica area.
I agree. These actions, in my view, are moderate. There has to be, let me tell you, what I think needs to happen is public trial. People who bring drugs in the country, who are alleged to be drugs enabler, there has to be a public trial for them, to shame them and bring them to justice. So that will dissuade other people who are attempting to bring drugs in Liberia. I mean, the drug crisis is huge, the enormity is huge, and the reason you see a lot of people out here today is because all of us, to an extent, have been affected by the crisis. Our friends, our brothers, our classmates have been affected. It could be us, it could be our families tomorrow, and this can only stop if the government increase funding for DA to ensure that there's enough checks at the border. It can only stop if the government improve the laws and ensure that those who are violating are brought to books, and they can't go to jail and be released. It has to be prosecuted and stay in jail for life.
What do you say to people who say there should be a routine testing in schools across the country?
I don't think so. I think there has to be routine testing, but it has to be more than that. There has to be massive awareness. I've publicly called for schools. There has to be drug awareness in schools, in communities, in mosques, in churches, to help people understand the enormity of the crisis. But there also has to be testing. I do agree. Testing in schools and helping students to understand what this means. But our artists, they also have a big role to play. The fashion, they make drug use and marijuana fashionable in their music. They also have, and it's thankful that I'm thankful that I've seen a lot of artists here. They also have a part to play. We have a part from the political standpoint, socially, religiously, but also culturally. We have to take a holistic approach to addressing the problem. I'm thankful that this government, I've seen a lot of people in government embracing this march, embracing this awareness march. I'm thankful that they have done so, and we're hoping that this will not just be an awareness. There will be an action, there will be an outcome from this protest, and we're counting on those in leadership to act.
Once again, your name?
Ernest Tukuchala.
Candidate for Federation.
I will introduce myself.
No, go ahead.
So I'm candidate for the presidency of the Federation of Liberian. The Federation of Liberian is the youth leadership of Liberia. If I'm elected, I become Liberia youth president, and I have the mandate to engage government constructively to ensure that there is a sustainable solution to the drug crisis. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much. We have another person here, a lady. Let's see if we can engage with you. You want to face the camera. Welcome to LNTV. What's your name?
My name is Alita Dong.
Why are you here? There is a heavy downpour, and I see you beautifully dressed in black, and you are here. Tell us exactly why you.
Okay, actually, I'm not from here. I came from the United States. When I heard about this this occasion, I decided to come down because I know that I have family, I have friends, I have relatives that are dying from drugs. So I had to take a flight, and I came to this country. I even talked to Jojo, but today I actually came out here because if anybody will help this country, it got to be the government first. Because for the initial stage, everything that is happening here, it came from the war. From the war, our youth started getting, affected, and then up to now. There is nobody after the war that they now de-traumatize them. They just left them vulnerable, and then some of them started going, into ghettos and stuff like that. And other youth, beautiful children started joining them to be bad children. But my message to Joseph Boyka, our president, what I want to tell you just now, Mr. Boyka, today is that if you haven't done anything for Liberia, or if you have something positive to do for Liberia, the first thing to do is to take our children from on the street. Because you may build the car roads, you may build, the institutions, you may build everything you think you want to build. But if Liberians are dying, who are you building it for? Who are you building it for? It means that you are not doing anything until you start from here. From the day you got in the chair, everything you've been doing, I put it on hold, and I tell you that today, if you don't recognize this day, meaning that you are not ready to do anything for Liberia, I say that today is the beginning of your turn. If you do not look at the Liberians that are dying on the street and take other matters important, if you achieve whatever you want to achieve, who enjoys them? Who has the privilege? These are Liberians too. No matter what the situation, we know this story. Some of them, they did not just get, it's peer pressure. It's peer pressure from the world. Nobody ever attempted to Liberia to ever, give them rehabilitation, actual rehabilitation that I know. Like in the United States, they were ready to take them off society and make them give people. Nobody has come on to think about bringing the story back to being human beings. And now today we got it everywhere in the community. What are you talking about? There's nothing being done. What is not done legally or what is not done rightfully is not done at all. So today marks the beginning of the term of Joseph Boyka. If he will do anything for the Liberian people, let him look at the crowd, let him hear the crowd of the Liberians that are out in this ring today.
My friend, I got to hold here because the representative on clean petition is making it straight.
petition for the two houses. So the speaker, as I have been informed, that he is out of the country. So we have the committee. We also have a representative. The acting justice minister is also here. So let's listen. Let's listen to the petition. So raise that national anthem. That's right. So both the House and the representative here. So we'll listen. Hello? We will start by singing the national anthem. We'll start by singing the national. We'll start by singing the national anthem. Okay? Alright. So 1, 2, 3, go. Oh yeah.
Petition to the government of Liberia and try to save a dying generation and protect our future. Mr. President, Honorable Speaker, Cabinet Speaker, and distinguished members of the House of Representatives, and Mr. Vice President, Madam President Pro Tem, and distinguished member of the Senate. It is with heavy heart and trembling voices that we, concerned citizens and residents of the Republic of Liberia, bring this petition to you in this moment of national emergency. Our ultimate goal is to engage the government putting in place several measures to fully vigorously attack the menace of illicit drugs that has taken our nation. Through legislation, financial investment, treatment, and education, our beloved Liberia is bleeding from within. Communities are living in fear, despair, and hopelessness. Every day we witness the heartbreaking sights of our family and friends lying on the street corners like the living dead. Teachers, doctors, teachers, engineers, and leaders are being slaughtered alive by a scourge of drugs. Across the nation, the same story echoes. Marijuana, heroin, kush, cocaine, amphetamine, stimulants, including tramadol, and intravenous drugs have invaded our land, destroying families and tearing apart the social fabric of our nation. Many of these illicit drugs cost as little as $150 Liberian each. It causes something like disorientation, organ damage, psychosis, illnesses, and deaths. We see parents bury their children as a result of drugs overdose. They cry every day as their children roam the streets, begging and stealing, just to feed an addiction they cannot control. This has become the new normal in Liberia. Many people do not realize that dangerous and uncontrollable road to drugs addiction. I thought the first decision to consume an illicit drug is a choice. Battling and overcoming addiction is one of the most difficult things to do. According to the Global Action for Sustainable Development, GASD, April 2023 report, Monrovia and its surrounding account for about 65% of the substance consumption spaces. With over 866 ghettos where illicit drugs activities are carried out that serve as home to an estimated 100,000 plus chronic drug users. While the victims of drugs addiction waste away, real enemies who are the drug traffickers and dealers walk free. Shaded by weak laws, easy bail condition, lenient sentences, and complexes in positions of authority. They profit for the discussion of our children, the tears of our mothers and fathers, and the collapse of our communities. While families grieve and communities are collapsing, traffickers continue to operate with impunity. This cannot continue. We refuse to idly watch an entire generation perish. We refuse to remain silent any longer. Today we march not only in protest, but in purpose, not as victims, but as visionaries. Therefore, we the people of Liberia demand immediate and decisive action by our government to save our nation from these millions. To the legislative branch of government, we demand that you amend the current drugs law through citizens' participation to impose a minimum 20 years to life for anyone found guilty of drugs-related felonies of the first degree. The current law prescribes 10 to 20 years for first-degree drugs-related felonies. These life sentences have failed, and the law must be too deterrent. Make rehabilitation mandatory for the apprehended drug user on bail or in prison. While the current drugs law allows for drug users to have bail when apprehended in the act, bail without rehabilitation perpetuates the infraction cycle. Additionally, the current law provides that when convicted, the judge may order rehabilitation as an alternative to imprisonment. Rehabilitation must be mandatory for the drug user, even convicted and imprisoned. Direct the executive to confiscate and sell direct the executive to confiscate and sell all assets and property acquired through the illicit drug trade, and redirect these resources to mental health and rehabilitation programs. Include areas of passenger and agro ballet, air and water being liable for the transportation of trucks or the carriers. That airlines and ship on which traffickers transport trucks are found always avoid offense. 200 $150,000 for second offense, and a total ban for third offense. While vehicles, bag, paper, and other lead carriers are confiscated, sold, and proceeds transferred to mental health, prevention, and rehabilitation and integration programs. Amend the custom tariff code to reduce or remove tariff on the importation of drugs treatment supplies. Establish a specialized code to fast-track drugs related cases. Establish the Liberia Drug Prevention, Rehabilitation and Reintegration Agency as proposed by Global Action for Sustainable Development to be statutory body to lead and coordinate national efforts at addressing the issue of drug through prevention, rehabilitation, reintegration, and prosecution of offenders. Reduce your salary. Reduce your salary. Reduce your salary and benefits and increase funding for the unreached youth and rehabilitation programs. Reduce your salary and benefits and increase funding for the unreached youth and rehabilitation program. To the executive branch of government, we demand that you issue an executive order to declare illicit drugs a national pandemic like Ebola and COVID-19 and implement a foreign action against substance disorder. Declare August 7 annually Liberians. Establish a joint presidential anti-drug task force to include civil society and relation institutions, AFL, LMP, Liberia National Bar Association, to work along with LDA with a responsibility to create awareness, set up a call center, follow up on drugs-related cases from reporting to prosecution, set up community drug task force, and ensure the implementation of the President's mandate. Mr. President, like Ebola, it is time to include the AFL in this fight to save our nation. Include the President's legislative agenda. Empower of law enforcement agencies through adequate budgetary allocation and plans to fight the war on drugs and strengthen border control. Increase budgetary allotments to at-risk youth programs. The budgetary allotment for these programs was drastically reduced to $950,000 in fiscal year 2024 and $500,000 in fiscal year 2025. This signifies a trend of lower priority being given to the threat to at-risk youth when compared to rehabilitation centers and programs throughout the nation and in the prison, and provide budgetary subsidy to provide to profit rehabilitation centers. Make sure rehabilitation at government facilities free of charge. Make rehabilitation at government facilities free of charge. Many of the people are afflicted and unable to afford to get necessary help, and this makes the problem worse because it costs less. It costs less to get access to more drugs than it does to get clean. Issue an executive order to remove tariffs on importation of drug treatment supplies. This will help to lower the operational costs of rehabilitation centers and enable them to provide low cost of free care to substance abusers. Establish an anti-drug fund and set aside a portion of taxes collected from the importation and the sale of alcohol, smokes, cigarettes, hookah, shisha, and gambling to be put in this fund for the work of the presidential anti-drug task force towards substance abuse education and public awareness program. No, the last one. Maintain the Ministry of Education to integrate solid education programs on illicit drugs in the curriculum for our schools. How is that? the negative impacts and how to avoid it from the primary to third levels. Maintain the Ministry of Health to regulate the establishment and operations of rehabilitation centers, ensuring that centers are operating in line with international best practices. Bureau Telecommunications Authority set out to work with GSM companies to establish toll-free hotlines for people to anonymously provide intelligence and links on drugs operations and activities in the various communities and to provide ample alerts to public or drugs operations. Offer incentives for information, lead to arrest and verify offenders. Maintain the center cooperation to address the issue of unfinished products in communities that are prone to being used as drug dens or drug dealers. Maintain the Ministry of Youth and Sport to provide opportunities for employment and vocational training opportunities for survivors. Maintain the Ministry of Youth and Sport to provide opportunities for employment, vocational training opportunities for survivors. Maintain the LNP to enforce the ban on alcohol, cigarette and smoke for children under 18 at all entertainment centers. Maintain the LTA working with immigration at the airport to implement immigration screening processes of all government officials and VIP luggage entering and leaving the country with few exceptions. And institute a major drug testing in schools and prior to employment. We are not asking for vigilance, we are asking for justice and protection. We raise an alarm as elected judges ravage our children and communities. You must act, for if you fail to do so, Liberia lost its next generation. Our schools will be empty. Crimes will continuously increase. Our nation will sink deeper into poverty and despair. But if you act now, you will be remembered as a leaders who stood to save Liberia's future. God is watching, the children of Liberia are watching. Liberia cannot rise while we trust that you will hear this cry and act with urgency to protect Liberia's future. We are ready, willing and able to participate in any government efforts where we may be assistance. We may just free Liberia. May God bless you and may God save the Republic of Liberia. So much.
At this time, on behalf of the mothers, on behalf of the mothers of Liberia, the people of Liberia, our addicted children, the youth, represent this petition to the national legislature.
So thank you so much. Thank you to our fellow citizens. Today we received this petition from you, the citizens of Liberia. To me, this is the most important petition I received since I took the post as the chair on claims and petition. We stay with you, the people. We too are parents, we have children, and we see the impact of drugs in our country and how it destroying every corner and every place in our society. As the chair on petition, I will present this document to the leadership of the House of Representatives, so we are on break, so that we can peruse and even add to this document to present to the executive of our country. Let me tell you something. If I have my own way, I'm a president, that is something to us. If I have my own way, I will say we should have capital punishment for those who import drugs in our country. I speak on my behalf, not the 73 of us. If I have my own way, those who import drugs and kill our children and kill our people, we will have capital punishment to have to eliminate them from our society. So thank you. That God bless us.
Hello? Hello? We want to say thank you to the people of Liberia. This is one of the best decisions in my mind the Liberian people have taken today. We say to you, hands up and congratulations. On behalf of the House of Representatives, headed by Speaker Rachel Nabeko and the Right Honorable Thomas P. Fowler as Deputy Speaker, we have received a petition from the Chairman of Claims of Petition, and we can say to you, comes Monday in leadership meeting, this will be placed on the agenda. And now they will be placed on the agenda Monday for leadership meeting, but it will be subsequently sent to the relevant committee so the back discussion can start while we await the reopening. When we shall reconvene, we will ensure that those recommendations that you are recommending in here, we can put that into action so that you people, every one of us, can be served. Because drugs is destroying not only your children, but we ourselves, we are victims of drugs. So with that being said, I want to recognize the President of the Senate and every member of the House. So permit us, we will take one speaker from the Senate and one from the House and the female legislative caucus. Thank you so much. We say thank you for coming. Senator, you are welcome, sir.
Hello. On behalf of the protein and chair on gender, we know we are responsible for the welfare of our children. But we want to say sorry to you people because we have failed you, the governor has failed, the partners have failed. We are going to start a new beginning and we are going to make sure that everything that should be done will be done by the grace of God. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much. With that, we will now call on the gender committee before the female legislative caucus.
Hello. We will go in the community. We will change the all. We will not let down. We will save our youth. So let me tell you, the president has given you a margin honor. The legislature has seen that they will look at it. But as gender committee and women legislative caucus, both the house, the left for our task force and start working tomorrow. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? So get a New York tomorrow will be easy. Y'all know what we do it for? We tell you that do it for you. When you don't go, we come in for you. So we ready? We ready? I'm waiting for the lead. We will start tomorrow. We will change them up and we will save our youth. Thank you.
Followed by the female legislative caucus. Hello? Hello? The female are our mothers. The female are our mothers. You can't take petition us when we have the female legislative caucus and we don't give them authority. So we now turn over to the female legislative caucus.
This is LMTV Live, ERBC Radio, coming to you from the grounds of the Capitol building. Today is August 7, 2025, where Liberians in the mass have converged here petition that
we say you are sorry.
bring to our
We are mothers. We are mothers' sons. We are legislature. And like my honey said, we will work. We will catch them. We will grab them. If we have to prosecute, we will prosecute them. If we have to kill them, we will kill them. Yeah, thank you for coming outside. Demonstration that we are all willing to work against the drugs. We know that some of you may be disappointed in the legislature, but it is never too late. As we have come here today to tell you that we are definite about what we want to do to achieve together. If you think you're not a victim, once somebody is affected by the drugs, you are at risk. That's why we are here to tackle this thing collectively. If you want to see who we are, you permit me to introduce our second leader of the Republic of Liberia. It shows that we are willing, not just only the matter of the women caucus, but we have our men. We are mothers. Some of the children we see in the streets, they are children that we know. Amma is my childhood friend, so we know what it is. We don't want to be personal because as a mother we understand the need. So as we are coming here today, today is just the beginning. You are not going to give us a petition and turn your backs. You have to be security in every community. You have to hold our feet to the fire, and together we'll succeed. We want to say thank you. It's a wake-up call for us as a nation, and we are determined to make the change. Thank you. We want to call Honorable Thomas Goshrap to come in, who has been one of our champions when it comes to the drug law. Thank you, Honorable Goshrap.
I'm here as a second lady under the Constitution, but most importantly, I'm here as a mother. And I just have one word for you. It's a time to move from talk to action. From talk to action. Thank you.
Hello. Let me tell you, thank you first, yeah? All the things we've been running after, all the things we've been praying God for, today are the first step. Petition the government of Liberia through the legislature so that we can move from words to action. As I usually say, the issue of drugs in Liberia is targeting the young people. It is targeting the youth. The youth are our future. If we don't stand up for them, Liberia is going down. Like we can usually say, the future leader of Liberia, today is the first step that we are taking to secure a better future so that the future leaders can lead us. Yeah, thank you, and be rest assured that action will be taken. God bless us.
Colleagues have spoken already. We want to thank you for the organized manner in which you have come to engage your government. You have brought us here. Your concern that you expressed in the document have been received. We want to assure you that we will do exactly what you put in the document. But not only that, we are asking for partnership from you. We are asking for partnership from you because you are in the communities, you are in the houses, you are at the borders, you are in all communities in the country. They are out there fighting drugs. They identify and shame the people. So we want to assure you, thank you for the organized manner in which you have come to engage your government. We receive it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So the people not tell their own, right? Like the last senator said, we need to cooperate. We need to work together in those very communities at the borders. I keep asking them we need. Right? We need to work together. So that's what to be all gotta go, right? We gotta go. Amen. Yeah? We got anybody do it, well, you know what's happening. Tarashaka. So hello everybody. Hello everybody. I come on behalf of the Minister of Justice and the Minister of Justice. The minister that is responsible that after your petition goes through the house, we are responsible to make sure that everything that is in the petition, we enforce it. That is our responsibility. So, the most interesting thing for me today is the fact that the rain is beating everybody. That is to show that drug is beating everybody in Liberia. So, we are making commitment on behalf of the executive branch of government that if all of this is passed, we will do our best to make sure that the petition is implemented. Thank you so much. So that can respond to on it. To everybody here today, if you can just give me 1 second. Thank you. Can you please repeat after me? Say no to drugs. We say no to drugs. We say no to drugs. Save our generation. Save Liberia. Protect our nation. This is our nation. Our responsibility is to protect our nation. No more drugs. No more drugs. Thank you.
United we stand. United we stand. The only thing that can defeat drugs is a united people. The only thing that can drive the drug dealers away is a united people. The only thing that can make the government work is a united people. The only thing that can give us a result is a united people. Today the people are here, all of us united. Thanks to the organizers, to the parents, to those who are here today. We're asking the government, which I am part of, to join in this unity and make it work. So we pray that we'll all take advantage of this new beginning. It is not a time to fight each other. This is what the drug dealers want. It is time for us to work together. It is time to know that the common enemy are the drugs and the drug dealer. They're not you, they're not me, they're not anybody here. We are the victims, we belong on one side. The people who bring in the drugs are the criminals and they're on one side. So we pray. I'm going to Nigeria as the ambassador of Liberia. I'm going as a permanent representative of ECOWAS. I'm taking the fight against drugs to the level of... Yesterday we had a program with the ECOWAS delegation. I told them there's a need for the West African Drug Enforcement Agency. Because it's individual country, we can't solve it alone. We got to work together and control our borders. Thank you, may God bless you.
Alright, so very soon we'll be going. But I want to introduce the organizers of today. We're gonna give people their petition, she was the one doing everything. Please put your hands together for her. And of course, we have our sister here. I won't call her Sarah Niza, I'll call her Wema. Please put your hands together for Wema. Guys, it took over 10 women, and we have all our committees, right? Mariah, where's Mariah? Mariah's not here. Please put your hands together for our legal woman, Mariah. We have committees in all the districts and communities. Please put your hands together for all our committed leaders. All the heads. We did well. We did this together. And I thank you all for coming. This is what we should be doing. This is what we should be doing as country. When we say no to sinner, so put your hands together. No to drugs. No to drugs. No to drugs. No to drugs. Right. If we continue like that, we will succeed. So I want to wash your hands. Thank you so much. And thank you all for always giving me love, showing me love. I'm going to give this guy
in Jesus' mighty name! In Jesus' mighty name! Okay, let's buy it. So Father, we say thank you for this day. We know that you have answered our prayer. We know that this nonsense has stopped. And we know that we have a peaceful community, a peaceful school, a peaceful home. In Jesus' name I pray.
There you have it, folks.
That's it. No more drugs. No more drugs. Thank you for coming.
There you have it.
Thank you to all of the organizers, the campaigners. We say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
What a winter day here in the nation's capital, Monrovia.
Thank you for the
Liberians gather in their number.
I won't be there with you when my home is crying. My baby just come in the church, she was leaving. If you want this money, follow the community. Yes, indeed. Oh, I'm young, I won't be there with you when my home is crying. My baby just come in the church, she was leaving. If you want this money, follow the community. Yes, indeed. Oh, I jump over there. The second time, I jump over there. The third time, I will fly over there. Fly over there. I jump over there. The second time, I jump over there. The third time, I will fly over there.
Day in Monrovia after listening to the petition statement from Liberians coming together under one umbrella just to say enough is enough, say no to drugs from different background, different banner. And now this is so folks, this is how we want to bring this broadcast to a closure. It's been raining all day long and it has been a very hectic day here in the nation's capital, Monrovia, where thousands of Liberians dressed up in dominant black stormed the ground of the Capitol building in protest against the issue of drugs in the country. And they came from diverse backgrounds. Some came from out of Monrovia, some came from Sando, Rivers, and you also listen to a lady who we interviewed previously when we started our broadcast, who left all the way from the United States of America just to form part of this all-important campaign. Drugs is on the increase in Liberia, and this is why they have come out to petition their lawmaker that enough is enough. It's about time we crack down on the importation of drugs in the country, and this is hampering the chances of many youth in this country who are falling prey to the issue of drugs. As you see, women in their dominance, you see men are also forming part of this protest. And what is even shocking is that some of the youth who are falling prey to the issue of drugs in this country are also forming part of the protest. And this is why it is a national call to everyone in Liberia in making sure that the issue of drugs can be eradicated from out of the country. Now, as we bid farewell from the grounds of the Capitol building, the lawmakers have received the petition and they have said they are going to act on it swiftly beginning Monday of next week. And that you also listen to the representative of Bon County, Member Brace Mensah, who said the issue about cracking down on drugs importation should be done now so that the task force can come together, organize themselves, and work along with the House of Representatives so that they can begin tomorrow cracking down on the importation of drugs in the country. Thanks for watching. Anthony, not Anthony, but Aaron Talu has been behind camera. Masami Kone has also been behind camera making sure getting some of the shots for our social media page. My name is Ayesiniba. Thanks to our Deputy Director General for New Media and Rebranding, D. Flo Flombo. Also our chauffeur Jerry Stewart, who has made it possible to bring us here on the grounds of the Capitol building to provide coverage for this all-important history day. From the grounds of the Capitol building here in Monrovia, my name is Ayesiniba. We say thanks for watching and do have yourself a pleasant afternoon from the nation's capital, Monrovia.
doing there? Careful, dude. We in it, JFK. Christ people.